Okay, good evening, everybody. I'm just going to explain why Cartoon Network is airing C and Real for, and I believe it has something to do with the head president of Cartoon Network. I believe he is known as Stuart Snyder. For he may be the one that's wrecking Cartoon Network, which means that he is canceling all the cartoons and prompting to add C and Real block. And not only that, he'll also add more live action programming. By the way, I've also have the information on Wikipedia. Not sure some of you can see it. Okay, on wikipedia.org, I'm on the 2007 Boston bomb scare. As you can see. Alright, it says here, Fallout. City and state officials came to an agreement with Turner Broadcasting to pay for costs incurred during the incident. As part of a settlement that resolves all criminal and civil claims, Turner Broadcasting Systems and Interference Incorporation agreed to pay $2 million, $1 million of this to go towards the Boston Police Department, and another $1 million towards the United States Department of Homeland Security. In addition, Turner released a statement to take responsibility and apologize for the incident. Less than a week following Turner's apology, Jim Sample stepped down from his 30-year position as head of Cartoon Network, stating that he was compelled to step down. In recognition of the gravity of the situation that occurred under my watch, shortly afterwards, Stuart Snyder became the new president of Cartoon Network and prompted to cancel all cartoons in production in favor of his agenda towards live action, which eventually became C and Real. Canceling. Alright. Canceling cartoons prompting to become C and Real? What the hell is what in the hell is he trying to do? Trying to change Cartoon Network to C and Real Network for? Please. But anywho, for what I said, I'm not sure why he wanted to do that though, but he was trying to get rid of all the animated cartoons on Cartoon Network and try to put in more pathetic live action on the channel, especially on the block C and Real. What's worse is that they'll try to change Cartoon Network to C and Real Network, like I've said before. Anyway, next thing I'm going to talk about is the shows on C and Real that are ripoffs. First, number one, The Other Siders, as you can see, is a blatant ripoff to the show called Ghost Hunters. Come on. The Other Siders, I'd rather watch Ghost Hunters than The Other Siders, because for what you can see, what you see on The Other Siders is not real. Come on, shoot. And not only that, some people, and not only that, it kind of makes you think that you've seen a ghost, but apparently it's just not real. Alright, second, Brain Rush. I don't really care for any live action on C and Real because I don't watch Cartoon Network anymore. Okay, Brain Rush. Brain Rush is definitely similar to Cash Cab, except that it's been taking place on a roller coaster at an amusement park. You know, but they could at least just put it on Discovery Channel or Discovery Kids Channel. I know some people like Brain Rush, but they could at least just, but it would have been better if it was on Discovery Channel or Discovery Kids Channel, not on Cartoon Network. Third, Destroy, Build, Destroy. I know Andrew W.K. is the host of the show though. But the show Destroy, Build, Destroy is basically a ripoff to the show called Junkyard Wars. Well, I've never even watched Junkyard Wars before, but I'll probably see it one day. Probably, I'm not really sure about that. But anyway, the show Destroy, Build Destroy, they're just trying to copy off Junkyard Wars and whatnot. Only this time it involves with kids doing it though. I really don't have my opinion, so why don't you tell me about it though? And fourth, last but not least, is Survive This. It's basically a ripoff to the 2000s reality series Survivor, only this time which takes place somewhere in the forest, though, which kids have to learn to survive on their own without any adults or technology whatsoever. Well, that's all. That's all I need to say, though. But anyway, I'm just trying to tell you four things about those pathetic reality shows, which is considered a ripoff, and of course, why Cartoon Network has gone to shit. Yes. But anyway, blame the new president of the Cartoon Network. Okay, there's also and there's also a few things that I forgot to mention. If Cartoon Network continues to air C and Rio and any other live action programming and movies, not only they're going to lose a lot of viewers out there, but they're also going to lose a lot of money as well. Although we are still in a bad economy for whatnot. Seriously, Cartoon Network, you could lose a lot of money if you air any live action programming on the network. Come on, this is Cartoon Network, the best place for only animated cartoons whatsoever. No live action. Thank you very much for listening. Have a good day, and rate and comment as well.